Life Skills DOE, page 10. Girls, please could you turn to it and you can follow with me. Transport by land on the road. We use different kinds of transport to get from one place to another and to move things from one place to another. There are many different kinds of transport. Most of us travel by land on roads, railroads and footpaths. We also use vehicles like trucks and trains to transport things by land. Look at the pictures. They show different ways of using the roads for transport. Draw a line to match each picture with the right word. So use your ruler and different colors to match the word with the picture. Then it says, talk to your friend and answer these questions. So the girls in class will be talking to their friend and you can talk to someone at home. You can tell them the following answers. How do you go to school every day? How do you go to the clinic? In other words, the doctor. How do you go to visit your friends or relatives? Or should I say used to, because we're in lockdown. And how do you go to town? In other words, how do you go to maybe the shops? Page 11. Please remember to write the date on the top of the page. Let's write. Write 2 sentences about how you get to school every day. So remember to start off with a capital letter and end with a full stop. Now complete these sentences. My teacher comes to school by, you can fill in car. I go to the clinic by, so you can talk about how do you go to the doctor, by car or taxi or bus. When I go to my friend's house, so how did you used to go to your friend's house? By car or by taxi, by bus. We are not going to do the graph, girls, because you are not at school, but let's read a little bit further down. You know now that there are different kinds of road transport. There are also different kinds of roads. For example, dirt roads. So you would see those on the farm or when you go to the Berg, little pathways that the cars have actually made themselves and they travel along. Brick roads and tar roads. Some of the roads that join 2 cities are twice as wide as other roads. And why is this? Yes, because there are more people going in and out of the city, so the streets are a lot wider. They are called highways, and because there are 2 lanes on each side, 4 vehicles can use them at the same time. But some of our freeways, which we call them, or highways, they have more than 2. Some of them even have up to 4 cars on each side of the road. A freeway is like a highway, but the 2 sides of the road are separate. You can only go in one direction on one side of the road on a freeway. And the questions at the bottom, have you ever been on a highway? I'm sure all of you have. Are most of the roads where you live dirt roads or tar roads? And yes, we live where most roads are made out of tar. Which is safer, a highway or a freeway? So which one do you think is more safer? You can think about your answer and you can think about a reason why. You don't have to answer that in your book. Page 12. Transport by land on trains. Road transport is not the only way of traveling by land. We can also use railways. They are like paths made of pieces of metal. These paths are called tracks. Trains travel along these tracks. They carry people and things from one town to another. A train can transport many more people than a car or a bus. It can also carry heavier things and more things than a truck. Look at the picture and talk to your friend or a family member about the different kinds of railway trains. Which of these trains transport people? Which of the trains transport things? And what sort of things can a train carry? So you can think about if trains are coming, say, from Joburg or Cape Town to Durban, what could be on those trains? Yes, there could be supplies for shops, Or even when people are moving from one house to the next, sometimes they put their things on the train. A train that carries people only is called a passenger train. A train that carries things and not people is called a goods train. So in other words, they take supplies like food or bricks or cement or furniture or lots of other different things. Right, there you've got a steam train, an electric train, a high-speed rail train, and a diesel train. Page 13. Draw a line to match the type of train on the right with the correct information from it on the left. Remember to write the date on the top. It uses diesel for energy. So think about which one it would use. It uses steam for energy. This is a very fast electric train that can do up to 200 kilometers per hour. South Africa's first express train is the Gautrain in Gauteng. The last one, it uses electricity for energy. The electricity comes from power lines, there's your hint, above the railway line. Draw your own train and draw it in the space. Show your friend or your picture, or when you scan it, I'll see it. Discuss the shapes and colors. So you can be a 21st century train, which is maybe even heart shapes. It's up to you, girls. You can do whatever design you want. Let's answer these questions. What type of train is your train? So you can say whether it's a passenger train or it's a good train. Now use your imagination. Maybe it even has a pool on, or a casino, or a dancing studio, or a cooking class kitchen. You can do whatever you want. What does it cost to use your train? So how expensive are you going to charge people? And how far does your train go? So does it go just in the small areas, or does it go from one province to the next, like from Joburg to Durban or to Cape Town? And there are some activities for you to do outside at the bottom of the page or in your lounge.